Nothing. The Cubs come back and win 4-2. We talk about it all next.
Are Locked On Cubs, your daily Chicago Cubs podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
You are Locked On Cubs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Alongside Sam Olber, I'm Matt Cozy. Please support the show and be a part of our community here by following on all audio platforms. And you can watch, subscribe, and leave a comment on YouTube. Thanks so much for making us your first listen. Sam and I are lifelong fans, taking our passion into a discussion with you on all things Cubs. Cubs win a series. First time in a while as they post a 4-2 victory over the Mets. They've won the first two games of this 3-game set to open up the 9-game homestand, Sam. And they were down 2-0 early, come back at 3 runs in the bottom of the third. Nico Hoerner later finishes the scoring with a solo home run of his own in the 6th. Stroman dazzled, Leiter dominated for the save in the 9th, and all is good in Cubsville.
Yeah, this was a really nice win. This is our first, I think, live show in a while where we've been able to be happy. Stroman was really good. And before the game, it felt like, I was talking to somebody before the game, it felt like a good matchup for him because the Mets, what they do really well is they don't chase. And what Stroman, when he's on, does really well is he doesn't really throw many balls. So he was able to attack the zone, but with good pitches. Wasn't making many mistakes. He made one mistake the whole game. You take that away, he probably would have had a complete game shutout. He dominated the game. I mean, I thought JD put it really well. We always think of dominant performances via strikeouts. He dominated with 3 strikeouts. Like, they were not close to him. I mean, they were hitting weak ground ball after weak ground ball. It was very beautiful. It reminded me, it was a Greg Maddux type performance, a Kyle Hendricks type performance, who you'll see probably later this week at the friendlies. And then, like you said, they got down to 2-0. It felt like Senga wasn't sharp early on, and they could have taken advantage, and then they did. Huge hits from Suzuki, Tauchman, who's really, acquitted himself well so far. Equated himself well so far.
Yeah.
And
acquitted. Maybe he was guilty of something, huh?
Yeah, no. And then Hoerner, who really had one of his worst at bats of the season with runners on second and third, no outs, comes back, makes up for it, hits a solo homer.
Right.
And then this was kind of the goal when you get to the 9th of a close game. You either have a slate of lefties or a slate of righties. You haven't used Leiter or you haven't used Adbert, and you can kind of just match up your way through it. And to me, it was a no-brainer. I thought Stroman walking Marte and Canna were 2 signs that maybe he was fatiguing, even though the pitch count wasn't very high.
Right.
And then you had literally 3 straight lefties. Lindor's a switch, but he's always going to hit lefty against a righty. And Leiter made pretty easy work of those 3 guys. I mean, what an unsung hero he's been from being questionable on the roster to by far the best option this team has. So it was a really nice win, and it's the win that we've been searching for, right?
We have,
Finally, 2 runs or less, a little adversity. Stop front running. Every team's going to win games when they're up 7-1 early. You got to find a way. You're not good enough to win, 65 more 7-1 games. You're going to have to win these grind games. You're going to have to come from behind. You're going to have to close out games late. And this was a nice, what I would describe as a nice step in the right direction. I'd like to get the brooms out tomorrow against Chocolate Chip Cookie Carrasco.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think anyone knew his nickname until you revealed it the other day. Well, I put up some chats as we lead off here, trying to play the producer chair as well. And I'm seeing some possible breaking news. I want to delay that until the next segment, but it looks like Jamison Tyone is not starting tomorrow, and we might have some night school. But we're going to get to that a little bit
Really?
later. That's what I'm seeing. I want to confirm that. I know you have a better machine than me. Maybe you could
Yeah,
help
no,
us out.
no. I have a computer
I
that
can't
was
open up
actually
other tabs, dude.
I have a computer that was actually invented like within the last 10 years. So I'll take a peek at that while you go ahead and do your thing.
Yeah, so Stroman, as we've talked about, 8 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, ERA down to 2.95.
It is official.
When the
Dude.
Cubs got those double plays in the 6th and the 8th,
Yeah.
I paced back and forth in my place.
But you don't look like you paced. You look very relaxed and fresh.
Oh, thank you. And
You're
it
welcome.
helps. I think it helps that I was at the game Tuesday night, but I am feeling the blue and red vibes right now, and I don't apologize for it.
Here we go.
They just won this series, dude.
Sarah,
and
get the fish going.
Kyle Hendricks, you're saying it's confirmed, dude?
If Taylor McGregor tweeted it,
For Kyle Hendricks to be on the mound for the first sweep since the Oakland A's back in the 1970s.
It gets you kind of emotional, doesn't it?
It's good. It's good. And please clear my schedule for tomorrow. Okay, I just want to watch the game.
Do you want me to tell Sarah or?
Yeah, just who's producing this show? Who's our
it actually makes a lot of sense because I just said, the Stroman game reminded you of a vintage Hendricks game. If you throw strikes against this team, you can get them out.
Yeah, no, pitching to contact has been huge.
We'll have to find out. Is Tyone hurt or what are we doing with him?
He's bad.
No.
He's not a good pitcher.
Well, right now.
So
Tyone's he's been pushed back to Saturday's start, which you and I may be.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
He's starting Saturday?
Yeah. Should we rain check that or?
Well, because Sam called me earlier. He's thinking about maybe going to the game Saturday. I would love to go with you.
Yeah, well, because the reason I'm thinking about going, and I've said I don't really want to go when they're playing like this, is Memorial Day weekend for me is kind of like my last free weekend until like late August because of my day job.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And so I'd like to do something fun before that starts, and 6:15 Saturday night at Wrigley. We all know how that goes. So great win. I thought Swanson's double was key. That kind of got things going. And,
it was huge.
Suzuki's hitting.
Suzuki pokes one. He continues just to be red hot.
Yeah, no, it was a really nice win. And Hendricks pitching tomorrow kind of makes me want to just, like you said, the first 3 words that come to mind is clear the schedule. I had some stuff. I was going to do some work during that game, and I think I'm going to may stay up late again tonight to finish that.
Yeah, and so update us on that. And hopefully we can officially announce on this show if we're going to the game Saturday. I'd like to do that for Friday's episode. Sam,
oh, no, we'll officially – I'd like to go to the game. So the ball's in your court. I know you just went.
Well, I'm officially announcing on this show that I'm going.
Okay.
I will go with you.
That's on the record. It's like McGregor tweeting. It's like Abraham Lincoln, Gettysburg.
Right. And I know there was some frustration about the offense. There was some big opportunities, but they really grinded their way in some cases to this win too. They did what they needed to do offensively. And Senga, to me, Sam,
awful.
He was not impressive.
No,
and I thought they risked it a little bit considering his delicate schedule. He went 100+ pitches.
Yeah,
and that's for them to worry about.
Yeah, no, I don't really care about that. And the thing is he's hit or miss, but I do think it's important we give Jed a little bit of credit. Sometimes it's the guys you don't sign. It's early, but it's not that early anymore. Senga, Rodon, Abreu, Vasquez, Correa, Turner, all these guys that we did shows, pounding the table we'd love to have.
That's true. Yeah.
Not only have they been bad, but you look at Correa, you look at Turner, you look at Abreu, they've been, almost, unplayably bad. I mean, Abreu is one of the worst qualified hitters in the world right now.
Well, he literally has 0 home runs.
No, it's literally 0.
It's I think 0 since like early September, if I heard correct.
I think he's slugging less than Madrigal.
Oh boy. Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, that was
Senga, Drew Smiley has been light years better than Senga.
oh, it's not even close, fam.
Yeah, so you got to
No.
give a little bit of credit where credit's due. If we could just get a couple outs late in games consistently, get a base hit to right with the game on the line, I'd be doing some dancing.
Right. And don't forget this from Trevor. Matt Cozy was the spark for the Cubs homestand on Tuesday. Yeah, I was at the game that turned the
Don't do
season
that,
around.
Trevor. Don't get him. What are you doing, Trevor?
Yeah.
What
All
are
right.
you
So,
doing?
so coming up next, we continue to break down the win. We're going to play more chats and spread the word that we're live. Locked On Cubs post game live right now. We're going to be here for a while, so stay tuned. Today's episode is brought to you by Bird Dogs, one of our brand new sponsors here on the show. Looking for fit, comfort, and versatility in your shorts and pants? You'll feel great wearing Bird Dogs. Stretchy fabric, freedom to wear these out on the golf course, maybe to a meeting, maybe a date, maybe a Cubs game, hanging with friends in Wrigleyville, whatever it is, they're comfier than any of your other shorts and pants. We guarantee it. Go to birddogs.com/lockedonmlb. And when you enter promo code LockedOnMLB, they'll throw in a free custom Bird Dogs Yeti style tumbler with every order. So go to birddogs.com/lockedonmlb today. The Cubs play the Mets at 6:40 p.m. Central Thursday, and you can listen to every pitch with the Cubs hometown broadcast on SiriusXM. On the SXM app, search Cubs or tune into channel 844 and catch the Cubs all season long on SiriusXM. All right, we're back here. Cubs win 4-2 over the Mets on Wednesday. A nice comeback victory, first one in a while. And I really enjoyed watching Leiter's outing. That he came in there late. And I know there's now some rumblings. We have some here from the GM himself, obviously a pseudonym, but Bailey Horn and Cody Hoyer continue to show flashes in AAA. Hoyer is eligible to come off the injured list on Monday, so we'll see if he comes off right away. And Alex Cohen, iCubs broadcaster, was singing Bailey Horn's praises recently as well. On the opposite end, as Bryce reports from the state itself, Keegan Thompson did not do well in his first appearance with the iCubs. So just some bullpen updates there. And, prior to the game, I see some comments about Mastroboni in here.
Yeah. What did you think about that, Mastroboni?
Yeah,
Second.
I was thrown off by that.
I was just kind of it was just so random.
I just like Horner, Swanson, Happ. It's been that 1-2-3 has worked well as far as we know, as far as we can tell. And I'm not zooming in on every single number, but
no, I agree. I
there's
don't
just
want
stability there.
Yeah, I don't want to over talk about it. I just thought that was really peculiar.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit odd.
Thompson getting rocked again really is a shame.
I know it was a brutal line too.
Do you have it or?
I think it was. No, I don't. Not in front of me, dude.
Yeah, was it like four? Was it like a really crooked number?
I think it was 3 or 4 runs on 3 or 4 hits
in one inning.
He didn't even get out of the inning. He pitched in. So,
oh boy, that's
shout out to Keegan,
can you believe
who says I'm the spark as well. Thank you.
Can you believe that a week ago he was in a safe spot for this team?
I actually, at this point now, upon reflection, I can't.
I mean, that
was the worst loss of the year, obviously, but holy moly.
I mean, 4 earned and 1 2/3.
Right.
Yeesh.
Right.
I'd like to give a shout out. Sometimes I dream that he is Mike Tauchman has really, and again,
I like him.
It's so early and who knows, but I think you have to give a guy credit that comes in. He's replacing at times the most valuable player on this team so far. He's held up so far, knock on wood, defensively in center. And his at-bats, I mean, I said it in the Phillies series before he even had a hit. His at-bats look very controlled. He looks comfortable. He looks like he has a plan there. And I believe, somebody could correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he had the game-winning base hit today. right? It was 2-2 when he got that hit.
He did. Yeah.
Yeah. So that
Yeah,
was
yes.
that was a 2-out base hit.
And I really liked his ABs on Tuesday. He's getting the job done where it's needed. And, I think there's definitely a moment, which is right now, apparently, to think about when Bellinger comes back, which it sounds he's eligible to come back Friday, but it sounds like he's going to come back after the weekend.
Yeah, it sounds like he hasn't even picked up a bat yet.
Yeah, probably I would say like a week from now is what I'm looking at.
Weird reporting on that injury. Continue.
Yeah, he's tracking pitches in the pen, which seems a little slower than I thought in terms of pace in a return.
Yeah.
But I think when Bellinger returns next week, Tauchman could stay. And he could be really that solid fourth outfielder.
Well, there's no reason for Rios to be on the roster. He never participates in any sort of game-like activity.
Wait, Rios is still on the roster?
Yeah, remember they brought him up. They haven't sent him down yet. Or did they?
No, that's so weird that this situation is happening again.
Yeah, because Assad's up because Birdie had an appendectomy
That's
today.
right. That's so weird.
So Rios is kind of just,
Why did they do that to him again?
Well, he's doing like a rock, paper, scissors tournament with guys who haven't played. And so, they're seeing how efficient he could be. And so I would think that when Bellinger comes back, he'd be the guy to go. I totally agree. Tauchman should be the fourth outfielder. Okay, and I'd like to see Morel get some reps on the infield. I saw that actually surface a little bit today with mainstream Cubs Twitter, and I was kind of patting myself on the back a little bit.
Yes.
I'd like to
saw
see
that as well.
I'd like to see him get about a third.
And the score talked about that today as well. So
I haven't really listened to the score much since they talk. Him and Hap just kind of comes on and talks about caffeine for 20 minutes.
Yeah, and correct. So, but yeah, no, I like the prospect of Morel getting more innings over at the hot corner. I like Tauchman in this spot right now, and I'm hopeful that Bellinger will come back next week. Carson's checking in, Sam.
Hey, Carson.
He's the hyperbole there. He's never loved this ball club more.
He's listening to us.
He's feeling my vibes.
I'm not a doctor, and I don't have the best memory, but I'm pretty sure the Cubs have had 3 straight seasons where they've had like a mid-season appendectomy.
I saw that. Yeah, they have.
Is that true? Oh, I didn't see that. Did someone tweet that?
Yes.
Oh, so that's true.
That's true. Yeah.
Who was it last year?
I don't know.
Man, it feels like it's just been like did Velasquez have one at some point?
I don't think so. No.
Man, we got to work on the appendix on this club. 3 straight appendectomies from these prime athletes. Guess
it's definitely coincidental, but a lot of good things from this game, and definitely things to look forward to. So let's continue to preview the rest of the week, including Thursday's game, because I'm getting really excited. And I'd like to grab some quotes if possible about Hendricks returning. It's really, really good.
Can I answer this question?
Ernie Banks listening to the show, Sam.
Well, that doesn't feel possible.
All right. What's the question?
Hold on, I might have lost it because these comments come in real quick. But somebody asked me if here it is. I got it. Yes, Jeremy, he will not be pitching for a long while. That's a serious thing. I mean, we're talking when he comes back, we'll come back full strength, throwing 100 plus, but he's not going to be full strength for a while. I mean, that's surgery. You don't want that. I mean, it's one of my biggest fears.
And what was the last series win again?
I'll say it for the 4th time. It was when the Cubs hosted the Marlins. Remember, they won 2 out of 3 in that game. Friday was Mervis's debut. Saturday was when the Marlins made all those errors late in the game. Somebody lost the ball on Mancini's pop-up, and it hit him in the kneecap, and we came back, and then we fouled that Sunday game up by losing in about 14 innings.
Wow, that's right.
And then before that, our last series win was against the Padres.
Would I love to do this tomorrow, David?
No, I would.
Let's count down till 6:40 Thursday now, player.
No, we need a sweep.
That's going to be Kyle Hendricks making his first start since July of 2022 against Carlos Sugar Cookie Carrasco.
No, let's do a break and let's do like a little Hendricks bit.
Sounds good. And Carter Hawkins knows the show well. I just want to put this on the screen for that one dude. All right.
Yeah,
Everything genuine
everybody
on this
gets on.
show,
Everybody
dude.
get like lately. That's become a real thing. People talking about your laugh.
Right. I've been doing this laugh with since 91.
Oh well, that seems weird. All right.
So there you go. All right, fantastic. So coming up next, we talk Hendricks and more. Please stay tuned. Today's episode is brought to you by Rocket Money, a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. Did you know over 80% of people have subscriptions they forget about? And chances are you might be one of them. Rocket Money will quickly and easily find subscriptions for you, including ones that you don't want to pay for anymore. Just have to hit cancel and they'll cancel it for you. It's that easy. Rocket Money also helps you manage all your finances in one place and automatically categorizes it as well. Over 3 million people have used Rocket Money, saving the average person up to $720 a year. Stop throwing your money away. Cancel unwanted subscriptions and manage your expenses the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/lockedonmlb. That's rocketmoney.com/lockedonmlb to try Rocket Money today. All right, we're back here on Locked On Cubs. We're live exclusively on YouTube right now and in your ears on Thursday, whenever and wherever you may be listening, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts on the audio side.
I'd like to do a Hendricks bit.
Please.
For those that don't know, Kyle Hendricks was my favorite Chicago Cub during the golden era, if you will. And the reason why is very simple. If you've watched this show, you know how much I value high leverage and clutch situations. And I'm going to name you some situations and some games. 2015 National League Division Series Game 2. Cubs beat St. Louis in St. Louis, if you remember that game. Kyle Hendricks on the mound for that. 2016 Game 6 NLCS, being opposed by a left-hander by the name of Clayton Kershaw. He outduels him. The Cubs go to the World Series. 2016.
I recall this.
2016 Game 7 was taken out far too early, but was still on the mound. Cubs win a world championship.
Right.
Then he was on the mound for 2 wins. People forget this. In 2017 Game 1, I believe, and I would have to fact check myself because I didn't think this was happening tonight, but I believe he shut out the Nationals in D.C. in Game 1 of that ball game, 2017. And although he did not pitch well in the decider in Game 5, the Cubs also won that ball game. Kyle Hendricks has been on the mound in the greatest moments in my not baseball fandom life, wholesome fandom life. And when he's on the mound, despite the rocky road the last couple years, it's been, I feel safe, I feel at peace, my heart rate is 65 below. And I am excited, even though he may not be the Kyle Hendricks I just spoke about. I am excited to welcome him back tomorrow to Wrigley Field as, in my opinion, the rightful last core member standing of the 2015 through 2021 Chicago Cubs. So I'm excited about that. That was totally off the dome there, but I hopefully I got my facts right.
You did, and you should clip that on your own time. That would be great.
Yeah, it's been a lot of the clipping lately.
It's been like twice, bro.
All right. I'll do it.
No, I think you should. So, Hendricks, if I had to own a jersey, it would have been his.
I can't really see you in a jersey, to be honest.
I know. That's why I said if I would have. So, but I got a new Cubs shirt recently. I wore Tuesday night. Maybe I'll wear that again. Oh, actually, we'll wear our Locked On hoodies Saturday. We'll talk about that on Friday's episode. Stay tuned for that. But
we're going to talk about hoodies, so come on in and join us.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't miss that, right?
Yeah,
man, it's like Pulp Fiction.
But when his walkout song hits play tomorrow, that's going to be such a cool moment.
Sweet sweet. What is it? Yeah, sweet
Emotion.
emotion.
All right,
All
we're not
right, yeah,
gonna
no,
get demonetized. So
no. Paul McCartney's not walking through that door.
right. Okay, that's not the right band, but
No, I was saying we're not good singers.
oh, gotcha. So
I
hey,
know he doesn't
listen.
sing that song, dude.
Okay.
Give me some credits.
All right, so Jeremy has a good question. Put us back in the present. I clicked on the wrong one.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for making fun of me again, dude. I haven't been able to do a show without my hat on in like 12 episodes.
At least.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm so excited for Hendricks to return. I love what you dished out there. I still have a vivid memory of the NLCS game. I was in Iowa City. He dealt. Kershaw got sent back to the dugout. It was great. I think very reasonably he would be on a pitch/innings limit, Jeremy, on
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah.
But he went 80 plus in his last start for the iCubs, which is why they wanted him to get another start there. He's built up. I could see him going 80 plus.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a skill limit. I don't think I don't think any of us know what to expect from Kyle Hendricks tomorrow. I know he started throwing well his last couple outings against AAA. This is not AAA. There are some very, very good professional hitters on this team.
Mhm.
So I to answer your question, I'd probably say 80, 85. But it's more of
Right.
if Kyle Hendricks is always a guy I've never really worried too much about his pitch count because he puts such small strain on his arm.
Right.
It's more just about how comfortable is he, because with Kyle, especially this version of Kyle, it could go south fast, right? What one walk, one mistake, and then a 3-run homer quick. So I'm not really, I wouldn't be too worried about the pitch count. I'm very interested in how he looks. Remember, Javier Assad back up. So if there is trouble early for Kyle, you do have that, 4 or 5 inning guy in your back pocket if you need it.
Yeah, and I wonder if they would try to budget saving him for Saturday. Unfortunately, with Tyone towing the slab,
right.
But yeah, hopefully Hendricks gives some length.
If Tyone ends up getting rocked by the Reds, it's time for an IL stint. Okay,
Yeah, it
let's
is.
just say
And I
that,
thought
yeah.
he might trade with Hendricks IL.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I am surprised. I thought they were going to ease Kyle into it, and I thought he was going to pitch against Cincinnati. I thought that made the most sense. Not that, listen, pitching against any major league team is not an easy task, but I thought it'd kind of be an ease-in situation. I actually thought it could be maybe the tilt that we were going to be at.
I thought it was going to be Saturday.
Yeah.
In my fan brain, I go, oh well, they could split up the lefties. I don't know if that's necessary, Steele and Smiley, but that would have been a reason to do it.
Yeah, this is not an ease-in situation. Like I said, it's not a bad matchup for Kyle, but there's really good hitters on this Mets team that have been really good for a long time. So,
although the Reds have been scoring some runs lately.
Yeah, the Reds beat up on that team where in St. Louis, right? That's where they're from.
Yeah. Mark asks if we're gonna get a vlog from the game set.
Yeah,
we're gonna do something.
I'll be. It'll be when I'm at.
We might do an impromptu show from Bernie.
No, we'll do something. I mean, I did a lot of
Right.
Twitter videos when I was in LA.
Uh-huh.
So something like that maybe. I don't know.
Right. Well, I would hope so.
Yeah. I'm not gonna have a problem with the lighting. It is what it is. It's gonna be dark. People get it. I'm not Steven Spielberg here. Let's just get these things going.
Yeah, I probably overdid it a bit. So Trevor predicts Hendricks is gonna go 5 strong. That'd be great. An early lead would be amazing Thursday night. Especially with Carrasco. He has an 8+ ERA in his short time this year. Will
Rios be in the lineup?
I doubt it.
I mean, hey, what's been kind of interesting is that with Morel hitting the way he has, you can't keep him out of the lineup. It's Mancini's the one that's losing ABs.
And big time. They had a shot of him in the dugout. I forgot he was on the club.
Do you see his mustache?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with him losing ABs.
Right. And Madrigal has lost ABs too.
No, he should be, he should be losing a lot of ABs. He should.
Well,
his roster position is hell bent on defense at third, and we're down a runner tied late. We need a grounder somewhere with a guy on third. That's pretty much it.
Right. Yeah, Jackson with the good call, I think right as we were talking about it. So that's good from him. All right. So what's your feeling then on Thursday? I know there's a pitching change here, but welcomed one, and they do have a legit chance, I think, to get the broom out.
Yeah, you really sounded like your dad with that cadence. Yeah, I think so. I feel pretty good about it. The spread went from -115 to -120.
Okay.
Um, and yeah, listen, it's an interesting situation because the Cubs have won 2 in a row. They won their first series, but they have a lot of ground to make up here, right? So yes, you go into tomorrow saying, "Hey, we got the series. A sweep would be great." You want to make sure you don't have a situation like against the Marlins where you lose a game you felt like you should have swept, and then it bleeds over. You lose the first 2 against the Cardinals. You blink, it's a 3-3 homestand with Tampa coming to town.
Hmm.
So regardless of what happens tomorrow night, you want to make sure that you're ready to go Friday at 120. I really think 5-1 in these first 6 in the homestand is something that is an attainable and feasible goal that they should have.
Yeah.
So a sweep would make that very,
Especially now. Right.
yeah, very there. You can't settle. You got a lot of catching up to do. You've won 2 in a row. You're back within 4 games of 500. I believe 4.5 of the division. I think 2.5, 3 of the wild card. So you got work to do. But this was like I said, I'm not where you're at. I'm not where you're at and saying, vibes are amazing. Give me the Kool-Aid. I have a great haircut. I'm just, all world everything. I'm me. But I'd say that today was a positive step in the right direction. And if you could sweep tomorrow, that really sets you up for a big weekend.
Yeah, it
That could,
does.
imagine if they, win 6 in a row with Tampa coming to town, something like that would be
Oh,
pretty
it'd be
cool.
sick.
Yeah, and who knows?
Absolutely. All right. Well, thanks everybody for being here. 190 plus on YouTube, and we appreciate everybody rewatching or listening or re-listening as well, whenever and wherever you might be. And really enjoy doing the show.
I
And
haven't.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, hang on. That's not what I wanted to post. Man, does this chat move quick? I just want to give a shout out. I haven't watched a hockey game in 20 years.
okay, fantastic. All right. Shout out to the everydayers who are with us each and every weekday. And you can be an everydayer as well by checking us out for all 5 episodes. Be sure to hit that subscribe button for Locked On Cubs on YouTube and smash the like button for the algorithm. Let's stall a bit here. The 180 plus. Please smash the like button right now on your way out, and we will be popping up for everybody that searches for the Cubs on YouTube throughout the night tonight and also on Thursday. So really appreciate everybody that's with us here live. Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast on the audio side. He's Sam Olber. I'm Matt Cozy.